Yo, what is up boys, and welcome back to yet another video. This one is going to be covering the brand new DayZ official DLC, which is called DayZ Livonia. It's going to be a map which is going to be added to DayZ on PC, PS4, and Xbox on November 13th. The interesting thing about this DLC is that it is actually something which Bohemia, the guys who made DayZ, released on their ARMA free platform a few months back on July 25th as an expansion called ARMA Free Contact, which added in this map, Livonia. So if you bought that, like I did, you can pretty much already play the new DayZ map. So today I'm going to be showing you guys all of the ins and outs of the new map. I'm just going to shoot these zombies quickly with my epic alien weaponry. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and feelings as to the controversy of Bohemia obviously releasing a paid-for map before the game is even in quotations finished. That's better. There's a lot of people currently in outrage on Twitter, very disappointed by Bohemia, and I can definitely agree with them. I am disappointed, Bohemia. I expected you to eventually release some DLC maps, but not DLC maps that literally you've already made people pay for on ARMA Free. I'm still excited for this map's release, and they could change it a decent amount compared to the ARMA Free version. But without further ado, fuck you, zombie. Let's go ahead and hop into the map. Anyway, onto a part of the video you probably came for. Just so you guys know, but this obviously is not DayZ I'm on right now. This is ARMA Free, but the map, just to reiterate what I already said, it is an ARMA Free map, which is going to be on DayZ. So it's the same thing, essentially. We get to at least look at it early. But the map, Livonia, is 163 square kilometers compared to Chernarus' 225. In fact, I think it might be even smaller than DayZ's current Chernarus, since it is slightly expanded. But yeah, we're going to look around it, tell you guys how I feel about it, and all of that good stuff. If you didn't pay close attention to the trailer, there was a few things to point out as well. That, of course, there was the radio at the start, there was a bit of a sneak peek at Books, there was the bears, and there was also the new scope for the AK shown right here in the trailer. Along with that was also a V3S in the background, which obviously was in DayZ a while ago, but that will be eventually added back into the game. Like I said, I do share the sentiment that everyone else is showing on Twitter right now, that this is a bit bullshit. I think a lot of people complaining about the game being broken are probably console players. I have heard the console DayZ for PS4 and Xbox is in a much worse state than PC, but still there is a lot of issues with PC, with things like bullets not registering sometimes, cars obviously flying to the moon. I'm sure you guys have heard the stories before, and ultimately this map is very, very similar to Chernarus, purely in terms of its aesthetics. Wow, I can't talk. You would have seen in one of the tweets I shown earlier, someone saying no one asked for a generic green Chernarus looking map, essentially. So if we go ahead and fly around a bit, you will see that pretty much every single building in this map is from Chernarus. So I will be able to find two buildings that I know are new to this, but if we just go ahead and look at all the buildings, you know, this is from ARMA 2 and then DayZ, this is from ARMA 2 and then DayZ, this is from ARMA 2 and then DayZ, this is from ARMA 3, this is, that might actually be in the DayZ release. There is going to be some changes to the DayZ release, like we did notice over in this part of the video that there is vines, which I don't know where this is on the map, but as a whole it'll probably be very similar to this, if not identical. Maybe those will be in, I'm not sure, but those have never been in DayZ before. But yeah, this is from DayZ, this is from DayZ, this is from DayZ, this is from DayZ. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all literally just DayZ buildings. That's why a lot of people suspected that Livonia was going to be the new map which they were going to announce, was because they already have the DayZ buildings on. Obviously, we don't have interiors. This is normally a pub, I think, in DayZ. I'm not entirely sure, but you can recognize it if you have played DayZ a lot. This is obviously a DayZ building. There's things like this, but this thing is not enterable, so that's good. I'll go and show you guys one of a few new buildings. It's in the bottom left of the map somewhere, I think around about here. Nope, it's not here. Give me a second, I'll find it. Oh, there it is, right there. So this is one of the new buildings, which it does have, I believe, some doors you can open and close, if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty cool. This will probably be in the new map for DayZ, and it looks nice. But you can see why I'm a bit disappointed. It's literally kind of like Chernarus. I already paid $25 for it. I'm more than likely going to pay another $10, $15, $20 for it on DayZ standalone again, for the same map I already bought once. Bohemia kind of just got lazy with this one. I made the comparison on Twitter with a few people, comparing it to PUBG, PUBG's definitely made more money than DayZ, but don't get mistaken, DayZ has made hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe not hundreds of millions, but more than 100 million, definitely. PUBG, when they released their 4 different maps, they all have unique buildings. In fact, they recently just remastered the original map of Wrangle. This map has buildings that are purely just from Chernarus. I feel like they just kind of got lazy. And on top of that, the buildings being identical, obviously it's a map which were made for 2 platforms, which means we can sell it twice, which is ridiculous. And there is the argument brought up of the content. People were questioning, you know, are these bears going to be in the original game? Is the radio going to be in the original game? All that kind of stuff. From what we know, there's not going to be any closed-off content, so it's not like you're only going to be able to get, I don't know, weapons or a radio or see bears on this new map. So all of that stuff, they should still keep their promises. But ultimately, the DayZ devs, many, many years ago, made a lot of promises which are still not fulfilled. And that's one of the many reasons why people are really upset with this, along with the reasons I've already listed. Because we have said things like, you know, helicopters, planes, all this other complicated gameplay mechanics, which are not in the game right now. And they're already going ahead and selling this map. If a map was free, I would have a completely different perspective on this, but it isn't. And the issue is, with it not being free, is it segments the community. If you guys have ever played ARMA Free before, which you may not have, there was, of course, 2 expansions. This one right here, ARMA Free Contact, and then there was an expansion which came out a few years ago called ARMA Free Apex, which added a map called Tanoa. If you go on the server browser right now, there's just not many Tanoa maps at all. People just don't really play that map because a lot of people don't have it. A lot of server owners don't want to host it because a lot of people don't have it. It's just harder to get population for it. I did go ahead and look at this poll, which I will leave a link to in the description below as well. But this is a poll on the DayZ subreddit, which shows people who are, how people feel about whether they're going to buy it or not. So we got unlikely, the highest at 27%. BI will never get another dollar from me at 23%. Likely going to buy it, on the fence, and an insta pre-order to support development. I will instantly buy it, but it's not to support development. It's purely so I can try out the new map. Don't get me mistaken, as much as I might seem like I'm shitting on the game, like I said, oh, I don't think I said it, but DayZ's in a good place right now. Bohemia were doing some good shit, and then they fucked it again, doing their old model of segmenting the community and paying for DLC periodically throughout the long period of a game being out. You know, Arma Free's been out since 2011 was when it was released on beta, and have released countless DLCs and countless expansions. In fact, one DLC/expansion which they didn't even make, and they released on Steam for money, which was interesting and also not very well received. That mod is kind of dead now. It was a World War I mod. Pretty good. Do you guys remember it? I don't even know what it's called. No idea. But yeah, if you go ahead and look at the map, it's hard really to point out specific details. As a whole, the southern area doesn't have too many like large cities in it. We can see things like Plana here. It's a small city. I remember driving through here on a campaign mission. In fact, the entire campaign on Arma 3 was down here. But yeah, we do have some big cities over here. We've got the biggest city, I think this one over here. We've got the river which runs through it. It is a pretty looking map, and I'm sure it's going to run really, really nicely on DayZ. As far as I know, I might be mistaken. I'll look into this for a few more seconds. See, this looks really sweet right here. But there is only one airport, or airfield, which is this one right here. I'm assuming DayZ will have some additional loot here, because you can see there is not really too much here. So we are going to be doing some bits and bobs to make the map more DayZ, more post-apocalyptic, I'm sure. But ultimately, the core map is already made and it's ready to go, and you can go try it out today on Arma 3 if you really do desire to do so. It doesn't look identical to Chernarus, definitely, but as a whole, with this new map, people were hoping for Namalsk. Namalsk is still going to be coming out before the end of the year for DayZ, in case you guys didn't know. It's made by one of the DayZ developers, Sumrak, who actually made the original Namalsk for Arma 2 and then Arma 3, kind of. So that is going to be coming out as a mod, from what we know, before the end of the year. But I kind of wished that was the paid for official DLC. Or even a free DLC would be nice as well. Because, like I said, I don't really like it when the entire community is segmented up. But yeah, you'll see down south we've got things like this radio station right here, which you also used in the Arma 3 campaign. We've got this area right here, which is used at the start of a campaign as well, I believe, on Arma 3 Contact. A lot of like military, factory kind of areas down here. Got another radio station kind of looking thing. We've got this building right here, which will have some good loot in it. We've got some bigger compounds as well, which we will be able to find some really good loot in DayZ, such as this one, but I cannot find right now. Where is it? It's not this one, that's where I just was. I'm not gonna lie, I can't find this military base. I've been looking for about 3 minutes now. Whatever. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this in the comment section below. There is some people who are tweeting at me, angry at me, shit-talking it, saying that I'm joining the bandwagon or something. I'm not joining a bandwagon. I actually tweeted out 2 days ago that I'm going to be disappointed if it's Livonia. In fact, I can go and find that tweet quickly. There you go, September 22nd, which was actually 3 days ago now. I said, if it's Livonia, I'll be pretty let down. So I'm not joining the bandwagon. You know, like I responded to the guy on Twitter as well. I said, I'd rather, you know, this game is good rather than bad. Benefits me more for a game to be amazing than it does for a game to be a letdown. And that's true. If there's a good game that comes out, an awesome zombie-style game, everyone's wanting to watch it, you know. If the game just sucks, then yeah, it'll be like, oh, it sucks, ha ha ha, for one video or for one stream, but then no one cares past that. It benefits me much, much more if DayZ is an awesome game. And like I said, it was starting to come together, but then Bohemia kind of just fucked it up again. And console players, like I said, are enraged. I'm not as enraged with this whole, like, oh yeah, fix the game, it's fucked. Oh, this is a second new building, by the way, which I noticed, if you want to call it a building. I guess these are technically new buildings as well, but there's not going to be too much loot in them. But yeah, I don't think the game's really in the worst state ever now. It's not that buggy. There's a lot of content missing out right now, like the Deringa pistol, the revolver, the longhorn, a bunch of weapons, a bunch of things like fishing, just a lot of content which we had in DayZ a long, long time ago. With the 1.0 update, we have to re-add all that stuff into the game, and it's just going to take a long, long time until all that stuff is added in, it seems, especially considering they are currently focusing on banking some more money, as if you haven't made enough money already from DayZ. Not that that's how business works exactly, but, you know, I'm not a business expert, but my premise, my 500 IQ idea is, instead of fucking... Oh, where's the big train station city, actually? Let's go look at that. Is that... Oh, it's this one right here. Never mind. But instead of, you know, constantly releasing ARMA free DLC and expansions, maybe we should release more regular free content to make the population higher. And if you keep on supporting the game and being good lads, then surely people will continue to buy the game. That logic doesn't necessarily work. But I just hate the way ARMA free monetization is, and I hate the way now DayZ monetization is. Like I said, it's still not 100% locked in that this is going to cost money, but it does seem likely that it's going to cost money. Bohemia have already said that there's going to be a paid DLC map for the end of the year, and this looks like it is that, unfortunately. You know, it is a nice looking map. Don't get me wrong. Even this place actually already looks post-apocalyptic. But it is a bit weird to come into this map creation for ARMA free thinking, oh yeah, we're going to make it for 2 games rather than 1, and we're going to charge for it twice. At this point, it wouldn't really make too much sense if it was free, considering it wasn't free on ARMA free, although ARMA free did have more content, like I said, weapons, vehicles, etc. Someone actually said, oh yeah, there's tractors in now, cool. Well, tractors were added in this DLC, so yeah, they did show for a second here that there was some kind of tractor wreck at one point, right here. But, I mean, tractors are already in the game, so that's not even new either. That's literally... In fact, one second, I can go ahead and close the thing right here. Also, this gun's sick. I like it. I don't know what it is, but it's good. But yeah, if we're going to go into Eden Editor, and then go ahead and go to a little old tractor. Civilian, we've got a tractor right here. You can see it's the same fucking tractor. If we go ahead and actually edit vehicle appearance, we can go ahead and make it blue. Same color of blue, and not that this is necessarily the worst thing ever, we're using assets like this, but you can see it's actually a different color. Well, whatever, it's the same fucking tractor. Wait, I mean, maybe it isn't. I don't know, it's hard to say. Is this a different tractor? Maybe it's a different tractor. Well, whatever, it's just a tractor, okay? You made a tractor. Good job, Bohemia. We're proud of you. Wait, is this what I was looking for before? Mill? No, this isn't what I was looking for. Where is it? Oh, it's a bit easier to see things in the map. I'll find it in a second now. It's easier to see things in this map than it was for our map. Alright, in case you don't know what the fuck was going on in the intro, this is Ryan Zombies mod or something. I forgot what it's called exactly, but I thought I'd use this so that way it was like, whoa, was this DayZ? But no, it's not. It's just RF already has a zombie mod in it. Admittedly, the DayZ zombies are better, kind of. Although these ones have got like runner versions, and all these other kind of things. Have got like let's see, a brittle crawler. Is that new? I haven't seen that guy before. I don't think we've got fast zombies. So you got some zombie variants. You've got the ones which like walk on their legs like this. It's pretty cool. So these ones are kind of bad, but they also do run in a straight line, so not really as good. Oh, is this place right here? Yeah, this was the place I was looking for, because this was a place that you went to in the story. It's called Swarog. It's got this building right here and some of these barrack buildings over here. I just thought it was supposed to be pretty good for loot. So Yeah, but as a whole, mostly just industrial and military down south. I've got to wonder where you're going to spawn this map. In the middle, it's weird. It's like all these buildings are like broken. Like literally in the middle of the map, you can see how many of these cities are not really cities. They're not lootable, which is going to be interesting in DayZ unless they just, again, make some big changes to the map. You can see all of these cities in the middle. Maybe even this one, I think. Maybe. Yeah, this one even over here. Also broken. Is this one over here broken? Yeah, this one's broken over here as well. This one's going to be broken right here. Barrack. Yep, this one's pretty broken. It's got one armor-free barracks building, which isn't DayZ, by the way, which I thought was weird as well when it first added the some armor-free assets into DayZ. But I don't know, it's not the worst thing you could do. It's just annoying to charge for it. Like, ultimately, they made the assets once. What's the point of remaking them when you could just copy and paste it? But as a whole, I don't know. Bohemia kind of come off a bit money hungry sometimes, and you know the point of a business is to profit. But you've got to kind of not push that too far. Let's see, we've got Graben over here. I mean, I can't see any other airfields in this map. Maybe I'm blind. We've got a power plant over here. There's really not much to see. I mean, you can see this is the DayZ building as well. The one which you can, like, walk in the bottom floor somewhere, I think, isn't it? Yeah, right here. Inside here, I think. Inside here, yeah, and then you go up ladders, and then you walk along the rafters right here. You can't go inside. Oh, no, you can go inside the building. But only a bit, and then you go straight on top of the roof, and then you're on the roof like that. So, yeah. Oh, you can walk up here as well. I think this is new, isn't it? This part right here? Am I stupid? I don't remember, like, seeing this where you can... Or maybe we just added this right here. You know, they have retextured some stuff. They have clearly put some effort into it. It's not just a copy and paste job and they called it a day. But it's just interesting when you think about how old some of these buildings are and how peculiar that is. Like, this building right here, they made for... I don't know when Chernarus was released to ARMA 2. I think it was released in, like, 2010 for ARMA 2 Combined Operation... Or Operation Arrowhead. ARMA 2 Operation Arrowhead was released in 2010. Yeah. I think it's released with Chernarus. Yeah, Chernarus. So they released this building essentially in 2010. And then they released DayZ Standalone in 2014. I think, or 2013, which means the game's almost been out for 6 years now. Whew, that's crazy. Well, at least the game's coming together, kind of. And then with DayZ Standalone, we did add interiors to a lot of these buildings. Like, no, I think this building actually had an interior in ARMA 2. I think. One second, we'll find an example of a building which was an ARMA 2 and then was given an interior. I guess a lot of these buildings right here probably qualify for that. Like this building, I think, was an ARMA 2 and they gave it an interior, and then they put it on ARMA 3, and so like they sold it on ARMA 2, gave an interior for DayZ Standalone, sold it on ARMA 3, and then sold it again on DayZ kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I know they can do better these ARMA 3 buildings right here as well. They could have put in more effort, made more interesting POIs. Like, you know, we've got this power plant over here. Not to jerk over PUBG again. It's not like I play that game every day. In fact, I don't play it at all, really. It's a good game, though. But, like, they made, you know, these awesome POIs with really awesome, detailed, unique buildings. They didn't just, like, oh, yeah, we're just going to copy a bunch of industry buildings we already made. Like, they made unique buildings that we've never made before, we've never used before. And it's okay to use some old assets, but they literally just used every old asset. There's very little new stuff here. Like, this is old, 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 this is old. You know, this is all. Sorry, you know what I'm saying now. I'm like a broken record. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the map in the comment section below. I wanted to give you guys this first peek because I think a lot of people don't entirely know the situation with ARMA 3 and DayZ. A lot of people don't know that it is literally the same map as one that Bohemia have already released. So now you know if you didn't know already. They literally copy and pasted the map and they're going to charge you for it. Are you going to buy it or not? I don't really give a shit. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make content on it as soon as it releases. I am excited for it. It's going to be nice to just not play on a map, which is Chernarus. I don't know how the spawns are going to work. There's bears in it. There's some new content obviously being released soon. I don't know why on the trailer, by the way, they said at the end coming soon. But then on the DayZ, on the Xbox stream, they said it was coming November 13th. That was a bit stupid to me. Because they essentially said it was coming soon and they gave a release date on the same day. But from what I know, it is coming November 13th. Wait, no, was it this guy? I don't know what it was. Was it this? Oh no, that's some Modern Warfare thing. Never mind. Well, someone on DayZ Reddit said it was coming on the 13th. And then I remember I watched like the VOD. In fact, one second, I can go and find it from a DM I've got right about here. So we said in the VOD right here. That's coming out 13th. In case you're wondering about proof of this one.
I'm gonna stop making jokes before Reddit gets mad at me, but check out this trailer for Livonia coming to DayZ on November 13th.
So like that just seems like that doesn't make any sense. I think it's not in common knowledge that it's coming on the 13th. But it is coming on the 13th. So, you know, I'll see you guys in Livonia on the 13th. And in case you're wondering, someone did ask in Minders chat yesterday about some information about where exactly this is. You can find more information on the contact page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But essentially, it's somewhere in Europe near Chernarus, in case you're wondering. This is Belarus right here. Oh, it's something about Belarus. I don't know. It's somewhere in, like, you know, Eastern Europe or something. You can see the signs are in Cyrillic, much like Chernarus. I think they're in Cyrillic. Let me read them. Let me have a quick read of some signs. I actually don't know. No, they aren't actually. They aren't. These are all in English, aren't they? Yeah, this place is all English, so it's not as Russian as Chernarus, but it's like Polish or something. Something about Poland within the larger Polish-speaking country of Livonia. Yeah, so it's Polish kind of. But it's obviously fictional. It's not based on the real terrain. Like Chernarus is. You know Chernarus is based on the real terrain? Yeah, this isn't. I don't think. Maybe I've been too harsh on Bohemia in this video. Hopefully I don't come across as, I don't know, asking too much from them or something. I just didn't really expect this map to be used and sold twice. I mean, I've pretty much already communicated my point. I did notice the rest of my footage, I was kind of flying around a lot, so to take the map a bit slower, I mean, you guys already know how big it is. There is, obviously, like I said before, a lot of emptiness in the middle. You can see the density of a map. There's a lot of nothingness in it. Say, for example, you're running from Plana to Toplin. That's, what, 6-7 clicks until you're going to get there? In terms of actual usable cities, there really, I mean, I've already said this, but there really isn't that much. It is smaller than Chernarus, but it's crazy how there's like no really dense cities in this, and there's just a lot of nothingness. Like if you look at this road down here, it's a really cool road. This is one where obviously I started the intro. It's a really nice looking road. Can't wait to drive a car down it. But you can see how long it goes on without really there being anything. And maybe, you know, there's a chance. We did actually see a tweet just a few seconds ago from DayZ, and someone said, is that a mansion on the hill there? Maybe they'll add some new buildings. Like, maybe they're going to put a decent amount of effort into it to make it different. They even did the whole fog thing that I did in the intro. Look at DayZ stealing my ideas. Hee and even this church right here, it looks like it's enterable on the top. This is kind of similar to the church we seen earlier. In fact, we're going to go and have a look at it. Well, let's go along this road quickly, though, before we do that. You can see how long this road is. You know, obviously it's like kind of like the MSR of this map. But, yeah, it's kind of just like a countryside. Not really super dense or anything. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun, and I don't know. I think I've been really harsh on Bohemia sometimes. But yeah, like this right here, it's the same building, but you can see it's not open on this, but it is open. So maybe they're going to be adding some new buildings and stuff. That would be really cool. I don't know where exactly this image is here right now. Like, it would be really hard to work out where that is. Obviously, it's not here. But I would be interested to see if this is a new building, really. Maybe. Yeah, anyway, Livonia coming November 13th. I want to give you guys this first look. I really don't think there's anything else to say. I hope they can change a decent amount of stuff to make it different to ARMA 3, so the DayZ experience is different. If they do, then, yeah, I guess this is a new map with stuff to explore. But I see a lot of people saying, oh yeah, new map, I can't wait to explore it. From me right now, assuming they copy and paste it, no, not really. I've seen the whole map. It's a pretty nice map, but, you know, limitations with ARMA, no underground environments and stuff like that kind of sucks, and it just kind of looks like Chernarus with Chernarus buildings. So I guess we'll see if they change it soon. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. As always, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.